What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Wasteland 3. Now, we're still kind of in the intro area. We just came across the Major, right? And sadly, she didn't make it. However, we did find Major Tomcat, which is pretty cool. We get a strike rate bonus, which is actually really good. So yeah, let's keep on moving.
Hey, Jared, little brother, how goes that deluge of blood? You dry gulch them Hotlanders yet? Rastus! Jared's dead! They killed him! Gunned him down like a dog! What? No! No! If I ever catch who did this, they're dead! Every last one of them dead! You hear me? My brother will be avenged!
Dun dun dun. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. Travel to Colorado Springs. Oh, we have another corpse to loot. I thought if we held alt, it shows you what we can loot, but I guess not. Okay, we got a brawling weapon. I don't know if I'll do any melee characters in this run. I don't know. We'll see.
Was that Major Prasad? They got her? God damn it. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
F it indeed. We got messed up. Ranger Citadel was the headquarters of the Desert Rangers until its destruction in 2102.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriarch.
Three, when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault. And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours.
Oh. Oh, leadership not requirement not met. When I keep in mind these conversations, I kind of like the good cop, bad cop, because I feel like either one of them could be talking. So I feel like Ice is like, yeah, we'll do it. But then you got Kaige-O who's like, nah, he's yours, right? And I feel like Kaige-O's more of the main character, but also we got Ice as the leader. So I'm gonna say he's yours.
If you insist.
Brutal.
Thank you. It's been too long since I've dealt with my problems firsthand. I'd like to do the same to all the Dorseys. And maybe, with your help, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base, and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it.
Ah, dang, we're missing everything. First aid and leadership we've missed. Thank you, Patriarch. We appreciate anything you can do for us. So far, first encounter, seems like an alright dude.
I'm glad to find you so amenable.
+1
I
reputation.
hope that means we're going to get along. Now, introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. 2 of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
You got it, boss man. Okay.
Do not make me come down there.
Oh. Something's going on. Something's going on. Let's talk to everybody.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you?
How are your injuries? Are you recovering okay?
I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet.
Okay. Are you missing Arizona?
Oh man, more every day. This place is nice and all. Kinda majestic with all the mountains and wild weather, but it's hard to enjoy it when I know everybody back home is dying by inches.
Fair.
We gotta finish up our business with the Patriarch and get the supplies he promised us back home. People are counting on us. My folks are counting on us. Sorry, I just want to get this done and get back to them.
Understandable. Talk to you later, Jody.
Later.
The Adamant.
No sudden moves around the Patriarch.
Elite Enforcement. The dead guy. Diligent Joe.
Pleased to meet you, Rangers.
Oh, thanks, guy.
Not a chance.
Should we do some exploration first? A dog! Now, from what I understand... Ooh. We don't have, okay, requires explosives 3. Maybe we'll go ahead and head on inside first before we do some exploration. Because, one, we need to look at our skills. Welcome to the inventory screen. From here, you'll be able to see all the items you are carrying, view their stats and information, equip them to your characters, and more. There are no limits on the number of items you can carry at once. Accessing item options. You can right-click on any of your items to see extra actions you can do with them. For example, this is an easy way to quickly heal up your rangers after combat. Got it. To view your character's stats, you can left-click the Derive Stats button while in the inventory screen. These stats are primarily determined by your attributes, but certain skills, your equipment, and any active status effects will influence them as well. Oh, the show stats. Any weapon can be broken down into spare parts by field stripping it. If you have a very low barter skill, you can sometimes get a better price from merchants for the parts than the weapons itself. With the Scrounger's Touch perk, field stripping also has a chance to grant weapon mods. Here we see, crit chance.
Whose job was that?
Strike rate is 20, strike rate 12, sneak attack damage 130. So yeah, we definitely want to open up with our sniper, which makes the most sense. Throwing range, initiative, detection time, quick slots, leadership range. Your leadership range is 12 meters. 17%, 11% XP bonuses. I thought... was it just you that leveled up? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's do first aid and leadership since we know that those
You're
have
the
skill
leader
checks.
there. Lead.
Undo those changes. I know we just missed out on 2 dialogue options if we would have had that, but If I remember correctly, it's best to just hold off for another second.
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Okay. What's up, dudes?
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
Why are these alarms going off?
No idea. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off.
Okay.
How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules.
Angry robots? Why are there angry robots?
Yeah, weird, huh? They weren't active when we looked the place over a few days back, but... let's talk after you kill the alarms.
You got it, boss.
I can hardly hear myself think.
Enter the war room and wake the base's main systems.
Alarm. I hate alarm. A warning to you, intruder. Visit a secure, government facility. You commit trespassing against the authorization or you will be defeated.
Have Biffafeed. Okay, so we got some options. Kiss ass or sneaky shit. We're the Arizona Rangers, a successor unit of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. We are government representatives. Or we're from IT. We're here to fix you.
Please hold accessing report. Still accessing, remain on hold. Authorization provisionally accepted. Servitors will remain watchful on you.
Nice. I'm assuming that we would have to fight them if we didn't get one of those skill checks. The terminal is dusty and old, but when you press the power button, it flickers to life. The computer beeps and whirs for the first time in years. As it boots up, security alert flashes across the display. Every attempt to access a menu is met with command access only. Eventually, you query the machine for command's identity. It replies, command empty. Designate new command. Install yourself as command. A camera flashes above the monitor and terrible photos of your faces slowly appear on the screen, line by line. Command recognized. Security alert canceled. Nice.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running.
Yeah, they got like power armor.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him.
Okay. Now, some dialogue you have to click to continue. Others just go.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course. But apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
Okay. So you need us to round them up?
Ain't you smart?
Yeah, guess so.
I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail.
Fair.
They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash.
Okay.
That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP.
Okay.
And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood, Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Roger, roger. Perfectly clear, sir.
Good. Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
Oh, barter 1. We have a few things we'd like to ask about the Dorseys in the ambush.
Uh-huh.
Who are the Dorseys?
The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wipe them out years ago, but... mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Do you think Vic, Val, or Liberty were behind the attack on our convoy?
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
Why do you say the ambush was your fault?
My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility.
Alright, enough about the Dorseys.
Good. What else do you need?
We'll need more background on your kids before we go after them.
What do you want to know?
For one thing, you must have plenty of competent people in Colorado. Why ask us to deal with your children?
Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshalls, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy. Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death.
So you say.
That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest.
Okay. What should we know about Victory?
Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants,
Not
set
Major
the house
Tom.
on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women he finds.
Ooh.
Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse.
Wow.
Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some rangers as well.
But how? How'd he capture Rangers? He must be working with the Dorseys. He'd better not hurt those Rangers. Ooh. But he probably wouldn't be happy to hear that. But it's not great news. There were other survivors from our convoy? That's great news. No, it's not.
Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time you find them.
Yeah. What kind of man is Valor?
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now.
Okay. So Valor isn't dangerous?
No, but the Gippers are tough and well-armed. And Denver's a death trap.
Okay, tell us about Liberty.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected.
Okay. You're expecting her to try to usurp you?
She's already tried once. Got all the way to the palace steps before we chased her off. She's been licking her wounds out east ever since.
Thanks for the info. We'll do our best with them.
You'd better. Anything else?
Thank you for the briefing, Patriarch.
Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
You got it, boss man. Sir, yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. I expect great things from you, Rangers. Do good work. All right, let's move out.
Let's move out. Yeah, they got like power armor. That's kind of cool. A deer. Okay. Mission log. You have a new mission. To view its details, use J to open the mission log. Ooh. Primary missions progress the main story. Secondary missions are optional side quests. You've just received the primary mission, Cornered Rats. So your next step should be paying a visit to Sheriff Daisy in downtown Colorado Springs. No secondary missions. Travel to Denver is level 9. Travel to Aspen to save the Rangers, level 17. That's going to be a while. And the Trader, but that's just to discover the whereabouts, is level 19. Increasing attributes. Starting at level 3, your Rangers will earn 1 attribute point per level. Attributes always cost 1 point to upgrade. Attributes are the source of all your vital stats. Want to live longer, run faster, shoot straighter, or hit harder? There's an attribute for that. Okay, then we got points here. But if I'm not mistaken... Oh, it's shift. Okay, shift highlights everything that you can loot. Good to know. What does this do? The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal. Examine security systems. The status reports indicate all is normal at the moment. An option displaying old security alerts shows a number so long it goes off the right edge of the screen. Investigate the issues with the servitor's behavior. Nice. After some searching, you access a hidden menu. The core processor is jammed with thousands of queued requests dating back a century. It's a wonder the servitors can make any decisions at all. Write a script to wipe the requests. You take a little time to test your code before running it, then watch the stale request disappear. Processing returns to standard capacity. With the accumulated clutter cleared, the system shows only a few thousand unread messages. Navigating it should be somewhat easier. Read the old security logs. Log data backed up to the archive room server. With the accumulated clutter cleared... Okay. Return to the top menu. Step away. Okay, that just leveled us up another point, I believe. Maybe? Maybe it was Ice. It was Ice. She has... Jeez. She's leveling up super fast. We got a container. Ooh, level 5 helmet, chest armor. Rad Tech helmet requires 4 strength. Now, I kind of heard that armor doesn't really do much in this game. Maybe that's for the Supreme Jerk difficulty. Another sniper rifle. Armor mod. Weapon and armor mods. In the Wasteland, you'll find both weapon and armor mods. Installing a mod will improve any equipment it's attached to, but once installed, they cannot be removed. To install a mod, one of your squad members must have the necessary weapon modding or armor modding skill level. To install a weapon or armor mod, select the weapon or armor you want to upgrade and choose the modify option under it. Different mods require different armor or weapon modding skill levels. The better the mod, the harder it is to install. Okie dokie. Lockpicking level 2. Nice. We got some cash. Cash money. Junk, ammo, cash, crafting parts. Cash and junk. Another lockpicking level 2. Okay, bunch of junk. Got a radio. Just static.
Torpedoing systems restored. Circular loop for more efficient questing of more route benefit.
Okay.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting, that kind of thing.
Me too.
Good
I
job,
want to talk
Rangers.
about that too.
Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Okay.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you.
Sounds good.
And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Cool.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Okay.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
Speak to Sergeant Greatsky to hire new rangers for your squad. You can have up to 6 members. No more than 4 can be rangers. The other 2 slots may be filled by companions, such as Marshal Quan. Companions are unique NPCs who aren't officially rangers, but want to help out all the same. You'll find plenty of companions on your journey throughout Colorado. Now, can you have only 2 rangers and have 4 companions? Or you can only have 4 rangers and 2 companions? Before we get to all that, we've got a few questions.
Of course. Ask away.
Can you and Quan tell us more about yourselves?
Well...
Well, Sergei won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergei?
75. Tops. Now, let me tell you about Mr. Slick here. Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs, or the people that live there, better than dashing Darius Quan.
Okay.
You're too kind, Sergei.
You 2 volunteered for this?
Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the Marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
You both seem awful eager to help a group of unknown outsiders. Why are you really here?
That's no lie that I've been looking to leave the Marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so here I am.
And I am truly sick of retirement. But, yeah, I'm doing the Patriarch a favor too.
So you're spies?
Let's say liaisons. The Patriarch wants you to succeed, and he knows it's not going to be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes, step on the wrong toes.
Okay.
And yeah, we're supposed to report back to the Patriarch about how you're doing. But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
That's fair. What was the deal with the alarms and the robots?
Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here. But then the Dorseys attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything.
How long has this place been abandoned?
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
What's the deluge? We've been hearing that word a lot.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire.
Okay. What was the radio operator saying about putting a combat AI in our vehicle?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
We like that. That's all the questions we have for now.
Okay, what's next?
So who you've... Show us who you've got lined up.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So, pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't. And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
And can we custom make squad or people? Move, retrain. New recruits. Okay, we can create custom characters. Big guns. Then we got the pre-mades. Okay, we're good for now.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up.
Okay.
Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Okay. Surveying the base sounds good.
Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialists for the base.
Okay.
Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
Okay. Okay, thanks for the info.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
That's why I wanted to wait to recruit. What do you have to offer us?
Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere. Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy.
Thanks, we could use the help.
Great. I'm at your disposal. Lead the way.
Okay. Companions. You recruited your first companion. Companions are a unique kind of squad member. Unlike the Rangers you create, companions are pre-made characters that have their own personality and agenda. Piss them off and they could leave you high and dry. You can have up to 6 characters in your squad. Up to 4 of them can be Ranger recruits, leaving at least 2 spots open. It says at least 2 spots open for companions. There's no reason not to take them along, provided you can maintain their loyalty. Okay, So let's see what Quan is good at. You've unlocked a perk point. Proceed to the perk screen to unlock a powerful new perk. Need a med hypo, grenade, ammo, or kill a robot, but don't have time for shopping? Crafting lets you create useful items out of scrap and other component parts. To get started, click the crafting button in the inventory or press semicolon. Okay, the Convincer, owned by Marshall Quan. Attributes: coordination, awareness, strength, speed, charisma, intelligence, and luck are low. You have automatic weapons. Of course. Kiss ass and sneaky shit. Okay. Okay. Automatic weapons are subs and assault rifles. Now, from what I understand, assault rifles are the worst gun in this game. I did do a little research beforehand. Starting at level 4, your rangers will earn a new perk point every other level. Perk points are used to unlock powerful abilities and passive bonuses. Perks become available to learn as you upgrade your skills. Fires an assault rifle attack that punctures through multiple enemies, hitting anyone in its path. Deal 100% damage versus targets that are stunned or have damaged armor. 100% of weapon damage applies damaged armor. Sometimes they're nice enough to line up for you. Find a soft spot on one in the front line. Okay, so you kiss ass and sneaky shit. We might do some retraining then. And if that's the case, sniper rifles, lockpicking. What's your first aid? Just one? Sneaky shit. Kiss ass. We could do Animal Whisper with you. Or maybe explosives. Do we want explosives on him, though? We could do barter. We could do barter and Animal Whisper. So let's do... Let's do leadership. Let's do first aid. So far, so good on your stuff. This is hit chance. And unlocks a new perk. Want to do nerd stuff? Hack computers and hack robots? Maybe we'll save some points. Action points. You need 2 points to get another action point, but I think 8 is good because your shots are 4 each. Hit chance and perception, range damage bonus. Throwing range, evasion. Critical heal chance could be nice. Strike rate, leadership range. Let's do 1 in intelligence, 1 in charisma for you. Confirm. Robots you hack will now be attacked by other enemies. All bleeps are permanently replaced with bloops. You do anything for the team. If one of them goes down, you leap into action. When an ally is downed in battle, gain 1 combat speed for 2 turns. You also have the puncturing shot. 1 quick slot, 2 armor, 35 con, 5 evasion, and 10 crit resistance. I don't know quite how that works yet. Hacking robots. I think we'll hold off. But first things first.
Rangers, good to see you.
These volunteers you mentioned, where are you getting them from?
Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to send over everybody on their waiting lists. Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure. but most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose.
If you're going to be our chief of security, we want to know more about you.
Happy to tell you what you need to know.
So what's your story?
Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then.
Okay.
I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories, and he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles.
You've served with the Patriarch for so long, you must like him.
I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down.
Okay.
Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions, but the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice.
Okay. Will you tell us some stories about your days fighting beside the Patriarch?
Stories? They are stories indeed these days. I've told him so many times all the truth's been wrung out of him. Now, let's see. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes two high-pitched screams. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders, but somehow he did. And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that.
Nice.
An uncanny ability to always do the right thing.
Okay. Got any more stories?
Give me a while and I'll see if I can remember any more. In the meantime, I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Talk about something else?
Happy to. What's on your mind?
Manage our active raiders, or rangers.
Sure thing. Let's have a look.
Okay. Retrain. No! It costs 200? No! Dang it. Dang it. Okay, new recruits. Custom. Jeez, dude. You're like a ghost. Identification. We'll do Jester.
We can shoot. You stop.
Enemies.
Enemies.
Damn.
I mean,
Shit just got real.
that means you need the Joker. I'm kind of liking the bookworm right now. Yeah, you don't need to be that pale, dude. Dude, what is wrong with your face? Why are you like that? Why are you like glowing? You're still not fixed. What the heck is happening? Let's go back to it. Jester.
Thieves. New to.
Damn.
Damn.
You want to brawl? Knock yourselves out.
Appearance. Jester. Let's make him. Let's customize his appearance first. I wish we could actually like. Why is it like this? Okay. It will do something like that. Are we gonna give him a helmet anyways? Kind of like this. But he's like a funny guy, right? He's a jester. Kind of looks cool. That looks kind of goofy. Kind of like that. Doesn't mesh with his hair too poorly. Kind of like this though. What kind of class do we want to make this guy? Should we make this guy like our mechanic? Maybe we'll do something like that. What gives like mechanic vibes? I'm kind of liking that. I like the padded. Then we'll do black and white for the channel. Can make him puny. We can make him tiny. We'll make him jacked. A tall jack dude. Dude, I hope like his skin tone fixes. I feel like that kind of matches the beard. Starting weapon. Kind of want to go heavy weapon. Tons of damage and punch through armor with ease. Shooting them while moving, however, is almost impossible. They're far too heavy and inaccurate, but with training, they're great for laying down covering fire. Now, what is our other character gonna be? Because I heard that pistols and shotguns are a good combo. I feel like heavy weapon makes sense. Attributes. So we probably want some decent strength. You're kind of like our tank guy. We'll give you some coordination. We'll give you a little awareness. Intelligence, I feel like, is important. We'll do something like that. Skills. We want you to have big guns. So big guns is what? Heavy machine gun and flamethrower. And then we want you to have explosives. Weird science. We'll give you mechanics. Weapon and armor modding. Yeah, we'll start with that. Do 3 in each. I'm kind of liking that. Quirk, no quirk. Alright, let's see if this finishes, or fixes him. Jester. Okay, we can move him to the front.
There you go. Anything else?
Doesn't it still show him, like, super pale? Why is that the thing?
I'll be here.
I guess it's kind of fixed. Oh, we didn't fix his hair color. Can we customize
Rangers.
appearances?
Good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look.
Oh, we can... No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. You can have the blonde hair. And then let's get a lady. What is the lady gonna do? Cougar? Cougar could be kind of funny. First of all, let's look at skills. Brawling or melee? What do we still need? Toaster repair? Animal whisperer? Weird science? And barter. So I feel like you would be like a charismatic person. Toaster repair. Damage, avoid map encounters. If I'm not mistaken, we get another person here soon. And what do we want here? Semi-auto pistol, pump shotgun. We have 2 with automatic weapons. Do we want a second sniper? I don't know how I feel. We'll just go small arms for now. Fire damaged. I feel like weird science should pair with big guns, though. What, let me just look up something real quick. Wasteland 3 weird science weapons. Do these, so it looks like we got a little bit of everything. Some explosives, some big guns, some pistols. So we might want to put a couple people into weird science. We'll just do something like that for now. So you're kind of like a weird girl. Varmint? Muskrat. Muskrat's cool.
Shoot! Come and get. Uh-oh.
New targets incoming.
This is not the best way to begin an engagement.
Let's do your appearance first. What gives like weird girl vibes? It gives like Viking vibes. That's kind of cool. I feel like that kind of gives. I mean, not really, but. With the pink hair, we'll do it. Are we gonna give you a helmet? A weird helmet. That's kind of weird. The goggles. I like the goggles. That looks dangerous. We'll give you like the cowboy fit. I like it. Black and white. They don't look white. Should we make her a midget? That's hilarious. Okay. What gives kind of weird vibes? I don't know if any of them really do. I mean, just this one, because it's got different colored hair. Lil Hefe. None of these really look like her. That's crazy. Can we import? Maybe something like that. She looks as weird as can be. We're gonna go the pistol. And then we'll give you a shotgun. Attributes. I feel like you should have high coordination. Probably some good awareness. Definitely some intelligence. Ooh, but you're our barter. So you should have high charisma. High intelligence. Let's do something like that. Skills are good. Quirk, none. Good there. Let's do it. So sadly, Kaige-O and Marshall Kwan are kind of the same, but
There you go.
what can you do?
Anything else?
Recipe discovered: cardio regulator. Tactical HUD. Elasto springs. Some ammo. Excuse me.
I'll be here.
Okay, so if we look at inventory and go to crafting. Crafting interface. Select an item from the list, then use the craft item button or press return to create it. All items require scrap to craft, and more specialized items may also require additional components or skills, such as weapon modding or first aid. As you increase your skills and explore the world, you unlock new crafting recipes. Frags. Frags are just scrap, but a lot of them. Pocket saw pup. Be careful how you throw it. Repair kit. Oh, these are armor mods. Extended mags. Nice. Okay, so now that we kind of got our people, you're the only hard ass. Let's do these two. I'm gonna save points in case we come across like a skill check. Yeah, we'll save them. Now perks though. Should we just do this one? Maybe we'll just do puncturing shot for now. Maybe we'll hold on to it. I don't know. I'd like to see how it works. The crit chance is nice with the sniper. Charisma, not super important except for mission reward bonus and experience bonus. Hit chance I feel like is already good, but that increased perception hit, yeah, maybe awareness for our sniper. Awareness and intelligence are probably good. I don't think coordination's gonna be super great, because it's already a lot of AP to fire. So for now, we'll just go into lockpicking and sniper rifles, because we want to change these. Confirm. You can get a perk. Gain combat speed. Suppressing fire. A heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun attack that consumes twice as many bullets. Enemies in the area take minor damage and are suppressed, losing combat speed, hit chance, deals damage versus demoralized targets. Applies suppressed. Suppression could be nice. Fire resistance and explosive resistance. Disarming landmines has a 33% chance to drop a grenade. Damage to robots and damage to vehicles. Field stripping now has a chance of providing weapon mods. That actually sounds really nice. I kind of want the suppression though. Suppression could be really huge. Fires a shotgun shell that inflicts bleeding on anyone hit. That could be nice. Your strike meter charges a bonus 5% with each successful handgun attack. Buying multiple items instead of just one provides a 20% discount. Fixing broken toasters now yields bonus loot. I kind of want that. Let's get the bonus loot. We haven't come across any toasters yet, but... Alrighty, well, we've progressed the story a little bit. We've got a decent squad now. I'd like to get you... So we're waiting on getting Animal Whisperer. Is that the only skill we don't have? We don't have a brawler, but I'm cool with that. No melee combat. Animal Whisperer. We have weird science right now. I think it is just Animal Whisperer. So we'll replace probably either one of these skills we'll replace. We should get some first aid on everybody too. That's something that we want to try and keep in mind. Maybe we'll make you Animal Whisperer. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do. But before we go ahead and actually explore this place, we are going to go ahead and end things here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.